Making sure my mic is working. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bevins Bricks. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. And I am trying to hurry up and get this bad boy done. So I thought I would go ahead and start another live stream today. And today's live stream, it actually is basically tiling the floor in. So we're going to get busy with doing that. Kakper Zinkowski. Just wanted. Hello. I hope I didn't enunciate your name too horribly anyway. Kip Hoffman, hello. Kyle, Brooks, Matt. Okay, I see Kyle says we got sound. That's why I said I was just trying to double check. So everything looks good. I got my instructions open and we can run right at it. So now I even have my instructions queued up so I can just literally start slapping pieces together. Because I am excited about trying to. I'm doing good, Jim. Thanks so much for asking. I am really trying to hurry up and get this thing done as quick as I can because I want to get it off my build table so I can get to some other projects I've been dying to do. And this thing hogs a ton of room. Not to mention the fact that I just have bags everywhere, which luckily they're starting to dwindle, but I have bags everywhere of parts. So that's not helping the battle in the barn anyway. 1, 2. Hey Aaron, how you doing? Steve, how you doing? I hope your back's feeling better, buddy. Keep icing it up. Like I said, I know that's what I like to do when I get really bad, that and my inversion table. At least that always works for me anyway. And real quickly, because I actually forgot, for anybody that's new to the streams, what I am building here is a set that I designed, and it is now sold by LighTake. This will be getting raffled off after I am done assembling it. So if you want to enter into the raffle to win this building, simply make a donation. Every dollar amount that you donate is considered a raffle ticket. So if you donate $10, you just got 10 raffle tickets. I just wanted to point that out because I know I forget to say things a lot of times. I almost feel like it would be easier to put this sucker on the floor. Glad to hear it, Steve. Kip Hoffman says he loves it. I tell you what, because there's times I get bad. And if I didn't have that inversion table, now I'll be the first to admit it can suck when you first get on it because it starts pulling you when you flip upside down. But generally within an hour or two of me doing it, a few Aleve or a few Advil or whatever, and I usually feel pretty good. Usually I notice the most though the next day. And I know a few people have said the instructions should have been to where you tiled the inside first, and man, I could not agree more. But the problem is to redo it now would be a nightmare. Everything's going great, and hello Rob from the UK. I hope you're doing good as well. Yes, it is anyone's game, because I don't care if you just bought one ticket. You still have a chance, and thank you so much, Rob. I'm going to make sure I write you down right now for 5 entries. Again, thank you so much. I think Kyle was in the lead. I counted it the other day. Mind you, he's done a little more donating since then, but at that time when I counted it, I think he was at 268. I just finished my yard work, Kyle, so I'm with you. I hurried up. I got up at 8 o'clock this morning just so I could try and go out and do that. And holy crap, boom. How you doing, Paul Bot? Let me get that wrote down. Thank you so much. You just got 20 tickets yourself. Matt says Paul Bot dropped the bomb, and yes, he did. 1, 2. So there. It's one thing about tile work, it looks great, but man, it always takes forever. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that was what I counted, Kyle. It was, at least I could have swore it was that high. It was either 268 or 168. I thought it was 268, though. The reason I was kind of counting that out, and I'm still waiting because I need to actually print out a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot. I need to print out all the names. And I'm trying to figure out the best way, because I've got a paper cutter and all that over here, so I can literally cut it in lines. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to squeeze the most names on it at a time. That way it's a little quicker. And Aaron, as far as my next project, I want to get back to my city. I haven't done anything on my city in quite a while. I'm really dying to get back at that. I want to get some more mills plates made. I am actually thinking I'm going to redirect my highway now that I'm going to do the table expansion. So that's something else I've got to do. Because I bought a ton of lumber. And I bought a ton of lumber because of all the plans that I have in order to change things up. What I think I'm actually going to do, I know we were talking about this last night, and for those that missed it, hopefully it's still on sale anyway. Walmart was having a big sale on the new road plates, and I just got, because I already had I think 18 of them, and I just bought another 8 or 20, excuse me, of them. So I think what I might end up doing, at least this is in what's in my head, is I might change all my road plates, my Mills plate road plates, over to the new road plate. And part of the reason why I'm looking at that is because I was playing around the other day for it was just a few minutes, and really, number one, it'll make making the roads a lot easier, but number two, which to me is a big one, it will make them quicker to modify and easier to pull about, and it will make them look more fluent. Here was the thing though, because I have been dying to add some road detail to, trying to find my parts while I talk, been dying to add some road detail, like little what's the word I'm looking for, it's not speed bumps, but trying to make it look like there's potholes and things like that. It doesn't matter that I lifted it up because the other camera's in my way. But with that, I was playing around just to see if I could add some detail, because to me that's important, to be able to have a little bit of road bumps and things like that in the road, to add a little bit, another level of detail. And I figured out a way that I think looks pretty good to be able to add some of that stuff to those new road plates, and that's why I think I'm going to do a conversion. Okay, where'd I put them? There we are. 4. I wouldn't honestly expect anybody to watch these live streams. I mean, you're welcome to, don't get me wrong, but this is, I don't know if I changed the number or not. This is live stream number 12 in this build series now, and every stream is at least an hour and a half to 2 hours long. Crap. There we go. But you're welcome to rewatch them. Like I said, I know all the streams are very long. Funky Dave, hey, how you doing? And thank you for fielding the questions for me, Greg. That is something I just like to try and point out also to people. A lot of my members, Greg, Matt, I should say Brooks Bricks, Kyle, Kip, can answer a lot of your questions for you. So if I miss something, I apologize in advance, but you should be able to get an answer from them. On most things, anyway. Because I am personally in speed build mode because I really want this thing out of my workspace. And that was part of the reason why I thought, you know what, I have a few minutes, I'm going to get on and I am going to work on this for a little bit. So I can start working on things I want to work on. I did talk to, for those of you that were not in last night's stream, Blinky Bricks was on with us in the stream. And I had a chance to talk to him, and it looks like he is going to send some lights so we can illuminate this build also. Still waiting for another email confirmation to make sure that he's going to be sending everything that I originally discussed. And I will try and make a video before I ever send this out, so that way you can see how I would suggest that you put the lighting in. One of the things I will tell you, because this has a double thick wall, is I would change some parts out in order to make it work better. But I will explain all that in a video once I make it to show how it's done. And per our conversation last night, what we're looking at, it would be 22 LED lights that'll be getting installed both inside and on the exterior to light this baby up, and I think that will absolutely look amazing. And that is awesome of him. He is a really great guy. For those of you that do not know, Steve is his name. But for those of you that do not know Steve from Blinky Bricks, he has some amazing products. I mean, and I can't say enough of them. I know Greg, Matt, a couple other people in here, Kip Hoffman, have all been buying products from him. And I'm sure they can all tell you the exact same thing I can tell you, which is they are well worth the money. But in my opinion, and it's like I always try to tell everybody, he makes what I consider to be the highest quality Lowest cost lighting out of anybody that I've seen. Highest quality, I hope I said that right. Highest quality, lowest cost. No, even if I have to do it offline, I intend on having this done, because I'm no offense, I like the building, or I would have never designed it myself, but I already built it once and I'm already overbuilding it to be perfectly honest. But no, that is my goal, is I really want this out of my way and out of my hair this weekend. That way I can make the final videos I need to make. Because I am a man on a mission. And that's something I want to point out. As you guys see, I'm tiling in the floor, and you'll see a lot of these bricks are kind of loose, and it was because of the way that I actually supported them on the bottom side. But once you tile it in, it actually locks everything in place, which is really nice. Hey JetBot, hey Cole Church. And he really does, like I said, to me I was actually turned on to Blinky Bricks by a friend of mine. A lot of you guys may know him, Charm City Bricks. He does a lot of really awesome builds. We even had a build competition together. For those that want to see that, you can look in my playlists and you can see the competition me and him had. It was last year over Thanksgiving break, and we had a lot of fun doing that. And before anybody asks, no, we have no intentions on doing it again, because it totally kicked both our butts. But we had a lot of fun doing that particular one. I need two 1x4s. Oop, now I got to start doing the other side. Trying to keep the train a-rolling. No worries at all, and nobody's ever late. They arrive precisely when they want to. 2, 3, 4. Oops. I am just quickly trying to count in my head, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. A train kept rolling all night long. I love that song. Gotta love Aerosmith. 2, 6. How many of people have been to Disney World and actually been on that ride? That is an awesome ride if you ever get a chance to go there. I really highly recommend it. And it's really cool because as you come in to the ride, they have a little recording studio which has the entire band standing in the recording studio, and basically they're making it act like they're in a hurry. They're late for a gig, and then they start racing out. And that's what the ride is you actually racing to get to your next gig. 1, 2, 3. I know somebody I'm gonna hurt in a minute. Paul. Yes, the rock and roller coaster. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, that is an awesome ride. We were lucky enough when I took my kids years ago, mind you. We had, or my son, I should say. I forgot what T-shirt he had on, but it was something about how awesome his dad was, or whatever, or his parents were, I should say. It was a really cute shirt. It was something he used to wear all the time when he was younger. But the line attendant loved his shirt so much. I thought it was awesome of them. As we got off the ride, they let us go right back to the front of the line and ride it a second time. They said because they wanted to reward my son for having such an awesome shirt and thinking his parents were so cool. And I thought that was pretty amazing, pretty awesome that they did that. You would think it would get easier to find your parts as far along as I am. The problem I keep having is because I'm getting down to the end, is that it's getting harder to find them. I never got to see them in concert. But I can imagine it was probably an awesome concert. I've only been to a few concerts, actually, though. Most of the concerts I went to were actually pretty large, though. Where'd I put it? They're as organized as they can be when it's 8,000 pieces. It's not like it's a Lego set where it comes in all predetermined bags. Captain Obvious. Now I can do that. one thing about building this live is it can kind of show everybody what they can expect when it comes for them time to build it. Can't wait to get the inside of this thing done. I just flicked a piece. Yeah, Pink Floyd would have been before my time, at least before I was going to concerts. The other 1x4s. But that would have been not even just Pink Floyd. Jimi Hendrix. That would have been somebody that would have been really awesome to see also. Hey Dale, how you doing? That I saw that concert, Kip. Another another concert I actually went to that I thought was really good. God, what was the name of it? I want to say they called it Monsters of Rock, if I remember correctly. But it was a ton, and I mean a ton of different groups. There was Alice Cooper, Motley Crue, Cheap Trick. 6. Judas Priest. I'm trying to remember what all was there. It was a whole bunch of really big names. That's why they were calling it the Monsters of Rock concert. But that was a really good show too. I will come back to the comments momentarily. Trying to kind of speed through a bunch of this real quick. got where I can tile a bunch out at one time, which is what I was trying to get to. Thanks so much for the plug, Kyle. Thomas Toddy, hey, how you doing? And I just see that somebody says another great band. Brick Sargent says, almost missed that you were streaming. No worries, man. I know it's the weekend and a lot of people have plans. I had a few minutes and I was trying in between doing some yard work, trying to get some stuff up. Because it's like I was saying a little bit ago, I want to get this thing out of my hair and get it done. Where did I put that tray? Looking for a 1x2 light gray tile, and I have a ton. Dark blue gray. Oh, that was something else, there it is, that I wanted to point out to everybody this morning. Hold on, I will show you guys. I hope you guys can see this on the camera. Right in here, yesterday when I was doing the live stream, I ran out of bricks and I ran out of 2x4s. There was a total of 14 I was short, but there was a ton of 2x3s that were extra. And what I ended up doing is I took all of my 2x4s out that were Lego and I put in the 2x3s that they gave me that was extra. That way that was filled in. So I just wanted to show you guys that. That was one tweak I had to make, is I filled this in with 2x3s and 2x2s. And thank you so much. I appreciate that, Brick Sargent. And I'm putting you down for 2 more tickets. Kip says he's going to feel bad if his name's drawn. And thank you so much, Sean Bowery says, I love those train murals. Brickman, hey, how you doing? Oma Shubshire, I hope I said that correctly. Hey, how you doing? Paulbot says, Dale, that's hilarious. I must have missed a comment that Dale said. And I'm trying to get my mouse so I can scroll back a little bit. Stick it in a hefty bag. You know what? I'm not gonna do that, but I'd be tempted to. And thank you so much, Oma Shubsur. He says that looks awesome. And Paul Bot just donated 3 more, so putting you down for 3 more, Paul. Well, there's so many bands that I would have liked to have seen. You know what? It's funny, though, now that I'm older, because I have never been a big person as far as having a lot of people around me. And that was always part of my problem when I would go to concerts, is that it's just, there's too many people close to me, and it always bugged me. And that's why I didn't go to as many as I would have liked to have. Unless, like here in Michigan, you can go to used to be Pine Knob, I think is what it was called. Steve Weisner, if you're still in here, you'll know what I'm talking about. and you could get the grassy area. Now that was comfortable to me because you could sit up in the grassy area and you didn't have 1,000 people all bumped against you. But if you were down in the seats, down towards the front of the stage, which is what I went to and did twice, man, to me it really wasn't a good experience. But like I said, I don't like to be in that close a capacity with that many people. Thomas Tadius is raining money. Now I am trying to go back at speed building, so bear with me, guys, and if I miss any comments, again, most of my moderators, Paul, Kip, Greg, Matt, they can all answer your questions. 424. And I just knocked that piece off. 443. Get on there. 243. And thank you so much, Rob UK. Give me 1 second, and I will mark you down. Again, thank you so much, Rob UK, putting you down for 5 more tickets. Now, and thank you so much for constantly fielding the questions, guys. I really do appreciate that. It's helping me to try and stay focused and get this sucker finished in. At the end of the stream, when I get tired, I will try and grab that Mills plate I was talking about that I made today, or played around with today, just to show you guys what I'm thinking about doing for my city, because I really think I am, with the cheapness of the new road plates that they're selling them for right now, I'm really thinking that's where I'm going to do. I'm going to go into doing that and make all my roads that new road plate. And part of the reasoning for that is because I really want to be able to be able to do the roads quicker, make them a little bit more sturdy, and make them more affordable. And I want to be able to add parking spaces, because I think having parking spaces down the main streets throughout my city will look a lot better. And don't get me wrong, I can do them just doing the standard brick built roads as well, but it'll save me a lot of time and money, because I can do the parking spaces brick built, and then I can do the main roads with the new road plates. It's going to save me a lot of time and a lot of reconstruction. So that's why I'm kind of running with that new idea now. That goes there. Skip. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now I need my other, there. I absolutely feel like I'm actually making a lot of progress today, personally. mind is what I need. Hey, Easy Craftsman, how the heck are you? Dude, you are quite the superstar I have seen lately on TikTok, and congratulations, bro. I know I haven't had a chance to talk to you in a while, but dude, congratulations. 200,000 followers on TikTok, man, that is amazing. I have to say that. Anybody that has not seen Easy Craftsman or is not familiar with Easy Craftsman, check out his TikTok, man. And I know that's not why you're here, so please don't apologize. And please, anytime you come to the stream, Easy Craftsman, always feel free to jump up. But I really have to say that because dude, I am beyond proud of you. 200,000 subscribers is freaking amazing. And you should be ecstatic there yourself, my friend. I'm loving it. It says, I'm fancying McDonald's. Who's with me? Actually, I just had some left over because for dinner last night we had KFC. And I just had some of that before I came out here. One is the loneliest number that you ever do. I am looking for a 1x1 freaking tile, and it's the last one I need. Or plate, excuse me. Oop, and thank you so much, Kenneth Swan, adding you down now for 2 tickets. Paul says McDonald's is gross. 50 chicken nuggets, holy cow, that's a lot of nuggets. And thank you for saying that, Kenneth. He says, may all your bricks be found easily. My problem is that they were sorted in a certain way. And I keep forgetting how I sorted some of it, so it is my fault. But I thought it was supposed to be in this. Because this is all my 1x1s and a few miscellaneous pieces. But I need a 1x1 plate, not a tile. And not round, I need square. Ah, I'm in the wrong one, that's why. It's this one. And you are more than welcome, by the way, Easy Craftsman. I'm sorry, I was in my head and I meant to respond to your comment. Get out of there. I'm sure that's not the first time Paul has heard that comment. Because you guys are right. He is not right. On a lot of levels. No, actually, what I think it personally shows, typically anyway, because I have to say, Aaron, normally I would not ask this, but how old are you? I'm going to say you are probably somewhere in your early teens. Just say yes or no. And that right there is what usually defines fast food as being good. Because all of my kids, up until their late teens, thought that McDonald's was just the best. as they started getting older, mind you, I still have one daughter that's young. She's 15 and she still loves McDonald's, and I get that. Like I said, it's a kid thing. But that's usually when I hear someone say that they love McDonald's or that it's really good. Don't get me wrong, I like McDonald's too. Wouldn't call it good. It's fast food. It's quick food. My kids, honestly, though, burnt me out on McDonald's because we used to go there so much. And quite simply, it was just because we were busy, whatever, wanted to get the kids something quick to eat, so that's what we would do. One more. And like I said, they always loved it because they would request it. Even my youngest still requests it pretty regularly. It's funny, though, as now that she's 15, she doesn't request it as often. Now she's requesting, like I said, it's your tastes change as you start getting older. Now she's requesting stuff like let's go to Chinese or let's go to Red Lobster or let's get steaks or things like that. But typically your early teens, when you're a kid, it's like your favorite thing. Hey Brick World, how the heck are you? Since every time I watch him make a burger, it makes me cringe. And that would have been actually a lot of fun, Brick Sergeant, to have somebody that could cook that much. I will be the first to admit I am not a chef. I don't even like cooking. There's nothing about it I enjoy. About the only thing that I am good at is I'm good at making breakfasts. By that I mean I'm good at doing whatever type of egg that you want. And I'm good at doing burgers, steaks, and French fries. Beyond that, though, my cooking abilities suck. My wife is much better than I am, but she doesn't even think she cooks very well. And Matt says, Chinese sounds good right now. Oh, I know. I would die to be able to go to Italy and have some of the cuisine there. That would be freaking amazing. I used to watch a lot of different shows that were showing things like that. Somebody that I used to like a lot actually was Paula Dean, I think was her name. And one of the trips that she did, that's where she went, was Italy. And man, just looking at the food that they brought out to you, it was just wow, is all I could say. It was it looked absolutely freaking stellar. I was so jealous. And someday, hopefully, I might be able to go there, but they definitely have their food down. Without a doubt. They just, that's the thing though, because all the little shops like they do, like say in Italy and other countries, they don't have all the day shops, the homegrown shops, so to speak, the bakeries and such. They're here, but it's not like it is over there. Over there, bakeries and fresh food markets and all that are on every corner like they are here with 7-Elevens, from what I have seen anyway on a lot of different programs. And a lot of that is because the way our society has been geared, everything is made to be fast and ready and blah 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 and unhealthy, and it's part of the reason why we have such a I should say, fattest nation in the world. And I'm going to shut up now because I'm probably borderlining on politics. And I hear my phone. Hold on one second. I am so sorry. I just noticed that. Thank you, Jerk Greg. Here I've been flying along. I had to make sure that it wasn't the boss. Hey, Electrician Free Territory, how the heck are you? I have not seen you in a while. See, I've never left our country, so I actually have no idea. Fat, fluffy, you know. Easy Craftsman says, was lucky enough to go to Italy in 2011. Shockingly, the best meal we had was in Croatia. Really? And I've been building this for days, Rhonda. What was I going to say? I just said, and I apologize for not noticing that earlier, Greg. And again, thank you for pointing that out to me. Okay, now I got to. I am trying to get these placed so I can place all the other tiles around it. I think. There we go. There. Okay, what are the two levels of fatness? Hey, John McKinley, how the heck are you, buddy? Hope things are going well. Hope your rehab or physical therapy, I should say, is going well also. Give me 1 second and I will come back to the comments, guys. I am trying to get all these tiles put down. Big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and that's one way to look at it. Yes, and thank you, Dylan White. And yes, you're absolutely right on the uglies as well. Okay, going back to speed mode. Like I said, I want this sucker out of my hair. 1, 2. Oop, I almost messed up. We'll come back to the comments in 1 moment. Where did I put those stupid jumpers at? There we are. It's not very nice, Paul. Dylan White says, I personally would love to one day build up an army of Lego Knights because my current collection is not even at 5 minifigs. It takes a lot of time, and collecting minifigs can be quite expensive, to say the least, so I totally get that. And I had missed a step over here, so I had to go back just real quickly. Get these guys back in. There we go. Now we're looking better. Now I can come back to that. Say hello to my little friend. Put this guy here. I am almost done tiling, guys. This is honestly going to make my day, having this tiled in. Yeah, just a few yellow spots left. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Another good way to get minifigs too, though, like Electrician Free Territory was saying, honestly, is just to try and find bulk buys. It's gotten really hard, though, nowadays to be able to find bulk lots of Lego anymore. So many people know what they're worth now, but that is usually the quickest way to build up a minifig collection. Now, how he's looking for it, which is a specific genre of minifig, it's a little bit harder. But just to build up a basic minifig collection, that is probably the best way, is just bulk buys. Bulk buys. We are getting there, guys. Man, and I had the other one and it popped out of my hand. There it is. Look at that. We're almost fully tiled. Ta-da! That wasn't bad for a few quick hours. Now I gotta start doing all these pegs on the inside. When you guys say talking about how this is being sold on LighTake, yes, it is 530. I think it's 532 to be exact. But I do want to add, and I didn't post it on this stream yet, but if you look at most of the streams that I've done, if you wanted to buy this as an actual set, they have a 12% discount code that I was sharing. So I would actually take it down to, I thought it was $460. And if I'm not mistaken, that includes shipping and handling. If there was anybody that was wanting to buy it. But like I try to make sure I let everybody know, this is not official Lego pieces. This set is through LighTake. These are Lego piece compatible. It's not actual Lego, but that is why it's so cheap. If this was made out of actual Lego, as a set anyway, this would be every bit of $3,000 to $4,000, because for me to try and gather all these pieces to sell it as a set with official Lego pieces would cost a small fortune. And I thought this was a nice way to make the building available. Why the hell did I just do that? Oh well. To make the building available to more people at a more affordable price, because I hear that complaint a lot, that it's the building's too big and it would cost too much. And to me, this was a great way to offer it to more people at a much more affordable price. Thanks so much, guys, for everything that you're doing. Brick Farmer says, I just got back from the Lego store, 3 cups of pick-a-brick, time to do some sorting. 1, 2. I need to get my butt to my local pick-a-brick. I have not been there in a long time. But every time that I actually talk to my local store manager, because they will tell me what they have on the wall, and I am sadly never impressed. And I hate to just drive out there to see it, because most of the time what I'll end up doing is buying stuff I don't need. Just because I spent all that time driving, I feel like I gotta buy something. I am trying to speed through and put these guys on. Tommy Boy says, what did I miss? 1 hour. 1, Basically, you missed tiling the floor. To sum it up in a nutshell. Believe it or not, I am 3/4 of the way through the instructions. I am on step number 763. What's not out by Kyle? Kyle, where you're at, I thought there was a ton of them. At least that's because you live in the area of Brooks Bricks. There we go. Let's try and get all these guys on. And exactly, don't ever give up not going to one. But like I said, because, well, like for me, there's not one nearby me. But I still go to them every now and then. But when I go, I make sure I got a couple $100 that I can spend, because I know if I go, even if I don't want stuff, just because I see it and it's like, oh, I don't have it, I get stupid. I'll be the first to admit it. And I didn't realize, and I apologize, guys. Let me get some of that out of the way. All I'm doing is putting all the tiles on these pieces. So hopefully you can see what I got going on now. Just putting some of the finish work on it. And just a little factoid of information for everybody. The reason that I actually built this in red, it's because from all the years I've been collecting Lego, red is the color that I actually have the most of. That's why I built this in red. Oh, we're getting closer. I'm jealous, Brick Pharma. You have two? Who I'm really jealous of, though, is Charm City Bricks, and also Ned B. Is, if I am not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, they have like 4 or 5 stores, and they have one of the largest stores that I'm aware of. Tyson Market, I believe, is what it's called. I am moving the camera back because we're going to be coming back over here. I'm going to sit down for just a second because I need a break for a moment. Oh, crap. Now, they don't have printed tiles, so you know, so like the change machine, ATM, I guess is the word I'm looking for, that I originally built and designed for the train station. They don't have the printed piece for it. So there is stuff like that you're going to find in this set. And where did I put those pieces? I pulled them out just specifically. There's one. Okay. And I need my bricks. Excuse me. Okay, Greg says he thought it was 6. Like I was saying though, with where Kyle lives, I thought there was a ton by him too. Again, just to show you guys what I was saying, this is supposed to be my ATM machine. This tile is supposed to be a printed tile, and they don't have any printed tiles. So they just include the pieces that it should have been. For the ATM machines. Thank you so much, Rob. He says the red accent looks great. Two of these. Bricks. You say it lost a lot of luster. You mean a lot of people don't shop there? I'm surprised at that. Here's the other one. I keep bumping the mic. I apologize. Now, this is something I am going to say that I did notice already, and I need to contact them about that. My original design, I have a chain here and a chain here to make it like you come in and then you can come around. And they did not include a chain. I don't know if it's because they don't make a chain or what the reasoning is, but there is no chains in this set. So I am just going to skip past that portion, since there is no chain parts, and start building the base. Hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing. Hey, Lori, how you doing? Brick Pharma. Don't forget to check out community tabs. I just posted the newest link last night. And as soon as I'm off here, or even Greg or Matt might even be able to set you up. But if you log in, they should get you set right up into your membership. And again, thank you so much for joining. And anytime somebody joins during a stream, I consider that an entry. So I'm putting you down for an entry for this as well, for one. And thank you so much for the $5 donation, Raven. I appreciate that, buddy. I am doing good. Thank you so much for asking, Lori. I have a tray of slopes. They're there. Those all go on the front. This is the ticket booth, is what this is supposed to be. And this is one of those spots that I knew that part was coming and I set it aside. I don't know where the heck I set it. I am following the instructions for this build. I'm sure Greg and Matt can tell you. This is a build. I actually made this building 4 years ago. And a company called LighTake bought the rights to this building. When I say they bought the rights to be able to make it a set, and it's out of Lego compatible parts. It's not made out of Lego parts. My original train station is, though. My original train station is actually right behind me over here. I'm hoping you can see it. This one is the one I originally designed. It's built out of Lego. These windows are all discontinued. It's a fairly cool set. You can buy that set also, the instructions for the set anyway. You can buy them on Rebrickable. I sell them there. If you wanted to build this particular building out of Lego yourself. But if you don't want to use Lego and you want to get another nice option, this was another option that I gave people. This is $532. They have a 12% off coupon. It takes it down to $468 or something like that, I do believe. So you can buy it that way as well. But again, this is a building I designed almost 4 years ago. Did I see Macro Bricks? I sure did. Hey, how the heck are you, Macro? Did I have Hump Day on the stream? I'll have to change that after, but no, this is not supposed to be Hump Day. So no, you did not wake up in a ditch, buddy. I must have screwed up and left it in the title by mistake. So don't worry, you didn't over party. Oh, I have a part and I set it aside somewhere and now I can't find it. And now I'm just going to go ahead and say screw it and steal it out of my part list. Sean D, thank you so much. He says, I am just a lurker, but I have to say, love your channel. Thank you, Daryl, for all your tips, tutorials, mocks, and just sharing your passion for Lego with us. And thank you so much, Sean D. And I do want to make sure that you also are aware, anybody that's doing donations during these live streams, I am entering your name into raffles. With the $10 donation, I'm going to be entering you for 10 raffle spots. So just so you're aware, you are now entered into the raffle for winning this train station also. And I hope you're having a great weekend too, Macro. And let me go steal that part real quick. I know it's in here and I'll find it later, but for now I just want to move forward. So we'll just steal one. 1, and 2. And thank you so much, John, for plugging the channel for me there. And Macro Bricks just entered for 5 more on the raffle. You know who I'm shocked I have not seen in quite a while is Jason Vincent. I know he has been rather busy, but normally I would at least see him pop in and say hi. I do also know, though, that he is a newlywed, so. 2, 3, 4. And that usually does happen when you're a newlywed. Hopefully you guys don't hear my TV. Hello, Tom Frost. No, okay, 4 and 4. Okay, I'm right. And I need the door. This goes here. I need 2 windows. Can't say I'm fond of the glass they use for their windows, but window's a window. And they gave me one wrong color window. So I got to note that to them now as well. Lori says it needs this train station for Christmas, maybe? You can also enter the raffle. It's another possible way to get it. Now I need a couple more. They're there. No, that's not just where you're at, Kevin. That's pretty much been the case everywhere. It's part of the reason why I haven't even bothered going to my store lately, because they're really just not updating them for whatever reason. Door, 9 tiles, and I just had those. Thank you, Greg, for fielding those questions for me. You know what? Trying to start combining some of these parts. And now I need the roof parts, which are right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need a 4 by 10. There's 4 by 10. And the roof parts again, right here. Now let's build the roof for this guy. For those of you that are interested, because I keep seeing this question a lot, what I am working on, and I know Greg just said this in the comments as well, this is a train station that I designed roughly 4 years ago. I sell the instructions for it on my Rebrickable page if this is something you're interested in building out of Lego pieces. If you want a cheaper option, what I'm building is the LighTake version, because I sold the rights to this to LighTake so they could build it. And this is 532. So to me, this was another easy way for people to be able to afford this building and can't afford the expense of buying it out of Lego pieces. But again, if you want the instructions, Rebrickable. If you want the set, LighTake. I know that Greg has the instructions. It doesn't matter where you're at. The company LighTake sells it everywhere. And again, doesn't matter where you're at on Rebrickable. It's just instructions. There is no shipping. It's just immediately emailed to you what the instructions are. I just had them. They're there. What does it say? Yeah, for the raffle, it does not matter at all where you are at either. That was part of the reason I decided to do a raffle type setup. And the reasoning behind it was it doesn't matter how much it costs to ship it, because I have gotten enough donations that I could probably ship this anywhere in the world. But that was the point of why I did a raffle, just to cover the shipping to ship it out, because I got this building for free. But I do want to say, it's a roof. I can say it however I want. If you do not like how I talk, you know what I can tell you is leave the channel. I really don't give a shit. I'm so tired of people correcting me on my English. I say it how I say it. Get over it. Brick Farmer says, lunchtime for me. I'm going to head out. Have a good afternoon and take care, Brick Farmer. Still looking for one more piece. I do not see it. It's a, you know what, I'm just going to put it in for now. The roof in place. And that's there. And now the turnstiles. If you were to win it, absolutely. Like I said, it doesn't matter who wins it. That was why I did the raffle style to afford the shipping. To me, from what I've seen, the most expensive shipping is going to be probably around $300. I know I've already covered way over that, but it doesn't matter. That was why I did this in a raffle style, so that way, like I said, the donations were to cover the shipping. That's the only reason I did a raffle. Originally, I was just going to do it as a giveaway, and I thought, you know what, actually, it'd be great if I could cover the shipping costs, and that's why I did the raffle style. But to answer your question, as far as I know, I think I can ship it to South Africa. At least I don't have any difficulties or any restrictions to where I couldn't ship it, from what I understand. So I'm going to say yes. Now, that doesn't mean you might not have to pay when it comes into the country. I'm struggling to think of the daggone name. Import tax. I think I'm saying yes, import taxes. Customs, that's the word I'm looking for. It doesn't mean you're not going to have to pay custom taxes. That's something that I will not cover. I will ship it, and if you have to pay something when it comes to customs, that will be on you. But I will be shipping this to anywhere in the world that somebody has a problem with. Take care. Wait a minute. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Steve. There isn't enough cargo handlers. Take care, Kevin. And thank you. I see everybody saying customs for me. And yes, there would be taxes on it also. Like I said, though, I am happy to ship it to anywhere in the world, whoever wins it. And yes, I agree about how awesome or how much of a pain in the rear it is with people correcting you. And you know what part of that thing is too? It's everybody from different parts of the world says things in different manners and fashions. And for whatever reason, I hear it at least once a week that I say roof wrong. And it's like, you know what? That's how I've spoke. I'm 48 years old, and that's why it irritates me. Don't correct me on how I speak, because that's just my thoughts on it. To me, that's people being overly anal, and if you want to be overly anal, I don't have time for it on my channel, because I've gotten to the point now where it's just, don't like it, leave. It's just, that's my new philosophy anymore. Because I'm not going to try and change how I've spoken for 48 years. And that's, and like I said, that is why it irritates me when people tell me that I need to say something differently. Doesn't mean that I'm right, but I've already said it wrong for 48 years. I'm going to continue to say it wrong. Do I have any tips for building a Lego city? Absolutely. Like I always try to tell everybody, is first and foremost, always, always, always try and start small. And the reason that I say that is if you try and go too big, it can feel like it's an overwhelming process. I don't know the space that you have available, but I typically recommend to people, don't go any bigger than, just to start with, to me, a good recommendation is only to build, say, 2 plates wide. And I'm supposed to do that twice, ain't I? Yeah. To go 2 plates wide and as many width as you can allow. Like I said, again, I don't know what the space is you have available. Good suggestions for things that you can use as build tables. One way, I know a lot of people actually do this or use this, and I actually saw one setup that I thought was really nice. They used an old dresser, and here's why I say that it's really cool to set up a city in that manner and fashion. It's with the dresser, what they did, because they didn't have a lot of Lego. I have an insane amount of Lego. And with that dresser, what they physically did is they took the dresser, and you can buy, someone help me please, as far as, I was just reading the comments real quick. And hey, Bill Martian said taxes. there's a certain brand of organizer that a lot of people actually love, and I'm struggling to come up with the name of them because I don't actually use them. I use Sterilite bins, but they're a small. Just to give you an example, these are what I used to use a long time ago for organizing parts. Just trying to show you on the big camera. And again, I want to say these are Sterilite also. At least I thought they were. But anyway, if you can buy something like this, there's another brand out there that a lot of people love and use. But you can buy those and you can use the dresser, and those will fit in your dresser drawer. So now you can have your city display on the top of the dresser. You can have all your Lego pieces in the dresser drawers. They'll be organized. It'll be easy for you to build. To me, it's like one of the best and easiest setups, especially for a small space. And then the next thing that I always tell people for another size, if you have an even smaller space, say you don't have any space at all. The thing that I like to recommend to people is quite simply go get you some 2x12. I just mean any old 2x12 lumber. Take that, put some shelving brackets under it, put it up on your wall. And the reason I say 2x12 is because the standard Lego base plate is 10 inches in width. With a 2x12, when you buy the lumber, it's actually 11.5 in width. So you'll have a little bit extra in the width as far as before it gets to the outer base. But you can actually then put your city on display on your wall. And you can make it different levels. You could have the cloud city and then the main city and then an underground city, depending on how many shelves you want to build up the wall. So that is the most space-saving way that I can suggest. Acro Mills, Matt, thank you so much. Acro Mills. If you ever want to look into some really good organizers, look into Acro Mills, which Matt just posted there. Those are probably the most commonly used organizers. And like I said, if you do the dresser, you can get those Acro Mills containers. You can stick them in the drawers, and then you can put your display on top of the dresser. And that way, everything is in one small location for you. And Lori, thank you so much. I'm putting you in for 5 tickets for the raffle. You know, it really depends on, I guess the best way I could say it, depends on your skill level. For somebody just starting out, I personally would recommend, and again, it's just my thoughts, I would recommend starting with sets. It's entirely up to the individual. I don't know what your build level is, what your skill level is, or what your part level is. But that is probably usually the best way to start out with, and I gotta take a break, to start out with building a city. What I would recommend doing, if you wanted to stay on the cheap side anyway, because everybody loves the modular buildings, don't get me wrong, the creative modular buildings are awesome. They're probably the most common and the quickest and easiest way to build a Lego city. But if you're not going to go with the creator modular line of buildings, because they can be pricey, you can just go with the creator buildings. When I say creator buildings, they have a lot of those 3-in-1 buildings. Those make excellent buildings for making a Lego city. And what's really nice about it is you can buy 3 of the same set and you have 3 different builds. A prime example, there was a set that just came out, and I thought it was a year ago. I should have some. You know what? I'm going to grab it just to show you what I'm talking about. Now, real quickly, to me, this is what I always recommend to people for wanting to start with a small city anyway. If you look, and I know I just bumped the camera, I apologize for that. This set right here, let's see if I can get it down low enough so you can see it. This set right here has 554 pieces. You can commonly find it on sale for about 35, or wait a minute. I think right now it's on sale on Amazon for 55. But as you can see, this makes a nice corner building. So this would be a great building to start doing with a Lego city. And then now look at this. You can also build this set, and you can also build that set. So if you bought 3 of this particular set, you already have 3 different buildings that you can start a small Lego display and a small Lego city with. And they're actually pretty cool looking sets. And the cool thing about this particular series of sets, the Creator 3-in-1, is the fact that they come out with a new one of these. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's like twice a year or 3 times a year. So again, if you're on a budget, you want to build a Lego city, this is my recommendation: is you take the Creator 3-in-1 sets, buy a couple of them, because you can buy 3 of these sets and still not have spent as much as it'll cost you on one Lego modular building, and then you've already got 3 buildings. It comes with base plates, it comes with minifigs, so you're increasing the population of your Lego city and everything, all at the same time, and it's still on a budget. And the other thing is you can take the instructions out of this, again, because there's 3 different set instructions in this particular set. You can take the instructions out of this, and if you have other sets and other parts that you want to use, you don't have to use the color combination that they did. You can take this, use the instructions, change the color. Let's make this dark blue or red, use those as black, change the canopy to a different color. Just play around with it a little bit, and over time, from building small sets like this, it also helps increase your knowledge of Lego, number one, but it also helps to increase your techniques on building stuff. Because from building different sets like this, the Creator lines of sets and whatnot, it'll show you new techniques, new ways to build, and it'll get you thinking on ways that you may want to start doing your own mocks. So I hope that kind of helps answer the question. Tom Frost says, do you think it would be easy to make something like the Snowpiercer train? The Snowpiercer train, I think it would be kind of easy to make, but here's the problem with it. It would be a very part-intensive build. Because when I'm thinking of the Snowpiercer in my head anyway, I'm thinking of like a silver bullet type train, very smooth, rounded out on both the sides and the top. And again, I don't think it would be super difficult. The problem would be, because the Silver Piercer, if I'm not mistaken, is it not an aluminum exterior, so to speak, in color? So you basically have to paint it to get that aluminum color, because I don't know that they sell a lot of the parts that you would probably need to acquire to be able to do that particular build in the right color. But that's just kind of a thought anyway. No, I am far from done putting lights in the airport. I actually, because I just bought the lumber a week ago, I still have to do the table extension. That's part of the reason why I want to get this out of the way. I have so many other projects I want to get to, and this is kind of holding me up. I need to do my table extensions, and then once I get the table extension in, some of the plans for the airport is I got to do an airport fire department. I got to do at least 1 or 2 hangars. I still got to do the airfield tower control. I still got to add a lot more lighting. The runway is only half length. I'm going to be making the runway full length. I got to extend the length of the taxiway, and then I have to add a bunch more LEDs. So no, the airport is far, far, far from being done. Alexander says, what do you think is the best place to buy Lego? Typically, usually I find my best deals on Walmart and Amazon, and also Target. But more often than not, and it's more of a issue of where I'm located. Let me say that first. I generally do more deal finding and searching on Amazon than I do anywhere, and quite frankly, it's just because where I live, I don't have a lot of access to a lot of different stores. So Amazon is generally my number 1 choice, but typically, if it's on Amazon for that price, you're going to find it at Walmart, you're going to find it at Target for that price as well. Those 3 businesses compete very, very well with each other. So those are, for me anyway, are the 3 best places to shop for Lego is Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Tom Frost says, need an apprentice. See, I'll have to look at that again because I don't is there a, because you said there's a sharp pointy end at the tip of the train. So I might be thinking of a different train. But just like I said, in the top of my head, the vision that I had, I was actually thinking it was more of a peak or slope in the front, but I will have to look that up. But while I'm on the subject and I'm taking a break for a minute, I wanted to show you guys. This is what I mean by why I was thinking about just going ahead and switching my entire city over to this style of Mills plate now, because I love the fact that I have the parking spots. I can put the parking spots in front of a lot of different businesses, and to me, that's just an added level of detail that's absolutely awesome. And then earlier during the day today, when I first got up, I just came out here because I had an idea, and I wanted to see, because anytime you're looking at a city street, you want to distress it a little bit. You want some speed, or not speed bumps, you want some potholes, typical distress on a street. So I thought, you know what, let me grab some tiles and let me grab some plates and let me just pop up some of these larger 2x4 plates. And this is kind of what I came up with. I know looking at it down from the overhead, it's probably not as decorative as it is looking at it on a side. But to me, this adds a nice little bit of touch of realism. It's still giving you a little character. It's adding a little use in beat upness, I guess, so to speak. I can't think about what the heck it's called, but it adds another level of detail. And this is using those new road plates. Again, I wanted to remind everybody because I forgot to post it on my community tabs. These particular road plates right now, if you buy these 60304 Lego sets at Walmart, as long as they haven't taken it down yet anyway, you can get these. They're basically, you might as well say, half off. They were originally $19.99 or $20.99, whatever they are. But anyway, they're on sale currently for $11.04. So I personally bought another 18 of these. And the nice thing that with these as well, because a common complaint that I get with my typical Lego road plates, Mills plates that I actually design with the Lego built, which is this here, the brick built roads, is that when you go to butt these up to another road plate, there's usually kind of a gap. And by building your Mills road plates this way, there's never going to be a gap in between them. But another nice thing about having these is it's giving you more curb space. Me personally, I like the added curb space because I can add telephone poles, I can add bus stops, I can add phone booths and newspaper boxes. I mean, any kind of detail that you can think of that you would typically see on a city street, this is giving you more curb space to add to that city street. So this is what I actually think I'm going to start converting my entire city to, is these particular road plates right here. And then I'm still going to have little pieces, and I think I'm going to keep my brick built intersections because I still think they look better than the intersections that these come with. But now that those things are so cheap, I am just stocking up on a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of different changes. Do I have any plans with my highway? I haven't touched it, but I am going to be relocating it. And part of the reason I'm going to be relocating it is I don't think it'll look good at its current angle. And the reason that I say that is with the extension that I'm about to put on the table, the only way it would look good at the current angle that I had it set is if I was to bring the freeway all the way over and across the extension I'm about to add. So what I'm actually going to be doing is taking that freeway, turning it 90 degrees, putting it towards the back of the table, going across at kitty corner, and doing it there. Once I do that, then I'm going to have a better idea of where I can do my buildings and how I can do my layout. And then Steve says potholes in Michigan roads. Never seen them. And I know that you're lying with that particular comment. John says, looks like the streets where he lives. And then Greg Bissett says, I really like the look and show the abuse of the road. Absolutely. And that's, like I said, after playing around with it a little bit, because I kind of did this before I ordered all those road plates. So I wanted to see, is there a way to make it look a little bit distressed? And this was kind of what I came up with, just randomly putting a few little spots of distress on them. And then it adds a little bit of character, and it makes the roads look really nice, in my opinion. Amanda Lex Runner says, do you sell instructions on how to build your airport? No, I do not have instructions for that yet. At some point, I may try. I do have instructions available for sale for the jetways, if that is what you're actually interested in and looking for. And those are on my Rebrickable page. I know that Greg Bissett or Matt, if he is still here, Brooks Bricks, could post the link for my Rebrickable for me really quick. But I do offer a lot of different instructions. I offer the instructions for my train station, a lot of the different mills plates. I actually offer the instructions for this mills plate that is right in front of you, minus the distressing of it anyway. I do have the instructions for the gates on my airport. I do have instructions for a lot of other smaller builds as well, but you can find all those on my Rebrickable. Take care, John. We'll see you and have a good day. Kip Hoffman, talking to him. Steve Weiser says, I'm sticking with brick-built roads so I can add hills. That is the downside of these. You are absolutely correct in saying that, Steve, because if you're wanting to add, because I've actually, I'm not totally going to get rid of my brick-built roads, don't get me wrong, but if you want to add that unbelievable level of detail, and if you ever look at my airport, you'll notice that the front ramps, I have an up and a down ramp and all that kind of stuff, and I'll fix that later. You won't get that level of detail with these. And the reason that is because these aren't flexible like Lego brick built roads are. You are definitely, if you're looking for detail like what Steve was just saying, if you want a road to be on a slope or a hill, or if you just want to have like a road, I mean literally just a bump or a mountain or whatever, that is the only way to accomplish that, because when you put enough bricks end to end together in a row, that gives you a lot of flexibility, kind of like the exit ramps that I'm building for my highway. My highway is going to remain brick built, and I'm going to have the exit ramps and all that brick built as well. Easy Craftsman's asking, how many roads based on a 32 by 32 base plate does the new road plate system cover? 2, if I remember correctly. And I don't have, I thought I had one sitting right here. Nope, I don't, but it's over there. Give me 1 second to confirm. I actually have a ton of these pieces, but this is the set I'm talking about right now that is on sale on Walmart for $11.04 a piece, and you get 4 of that plate with every one of these sets, so you can actually build 2 32 by 32 road plates. So this right here, 1 2 3 4, this road, this long piece of road would give you enough, this one set would give you enough to build this piece of road. I hope that makes sense anyway. Tom Frost says a hospital would be good with a theater, and those are things I do want to do, and yes, there was a little bit of an earthquake. I do, though, intend on building a hospital in my city as well. Just like I'm going to be, I need to repair it, and I also wanted to do some modifications to it, but I have the old Ghostbusters fire hall set, and that is the building I'm going to be using for the fire hall for my city, because I've always loved that set, and I do have it. I just want to modify it a little bit so it is finished on all 4 sides, because the original build itself is not finished on the back side, and that's always kind of bothered me. So I'm going to use that as the fire station in my city. But as far as a hospital, I'm going to be custom making one of those, hopefully fairly soon. I guess we all bought too many of them then, Matt. Like I said, as soon as I heard that, I posted it in Discord so that way any and all the members could actually see it. And I know I bought 20 of them. I know our newest member last night, Dave Elder, I think he said he bought 8 of them. And I thought Charm City, because I told him about it also, I think he said he got 10 of them. And I'm not sure how many everybody else got. So I can imagine they sold out pretty quickly. Yes, actually, you could make a 4-lane road out of these on one 32 by 32 base plate if you wanted to do that. So that is another thing. You could even build a freeway. You could build a massive freeway just using these guys right here. So it is a really good usable part, and for the price that I said it was actually on sale for yesterday, that's why I bought so many of them. It's just you couldn't get enough of them. And I need to head out myself, guys. Do I have any ideas to have yellow lines in the center median versus the white? On my brick-built roads, I have a double yellow line in the center. As far as the Lego roads, these here, until they come up with another option or they paint it, the only option I can tell you to make it yellow in the middle is tape. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Hopefully at some point, keep in mind that Lego is a UK company, and this is how UK roads typically look. But keep in mind, maybe, hopefully at some point, maybe Lego will make a United States version of the road plate as well. And yes, this is Lego set 060 or 60304. And yes, you have to go onto the app, not Walmart's website. Get out your phone, use the Walmart app to go find it at that price. But anyway, though, guys, I gotta get off here. It's gonna be dinner time here extremely shortly. So with that being said, I am going to run that beautiful bean footage and give a very special thank you for everybody that has been in the stream. I can't believe I actually went 2 hours again. So, but anyway, thank you to all the awesome people that donated. Gary One Eye did a donation. We had a bunch of super chats from Rob UK, Paul Bott, Brick Sargent, Kenneth Swan, Raven 319S, Sean D, Macro Bricks, Lori, and we even got a new member. And Brick Farmer, just as a reminder,